you know how I've been doing my long hair thing going for a while, you know? So I decided to trim, right? Get it long still, but trim, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I want to look more like Pat Riley. How about you 5 o'clock shadow me? And she's like, let's do it, bud. And then as soon as I walked in the house, she went, oh.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
So to prepare for this, I had like so many openings that I wanted to ask you. And of course, when it's time to do the show, I forget them all. But tonight, we're talking about Pet Sematary, Bloodlines, the prequel to them all. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
Why are we doing this one?
So I am a Pet Sematary guy.
I'm good, by the way.
Yeah, good. I am a Pet Cemetery guy, 1 and 2, and
You're a
it's
Stephen King guy. Sorry to cut you there.
I'm not a Stephen King guy. I like maybe 5
Really?
of his things.
Oh,
Yeah,
I felt like that a lot of the Stephen King-esque stuff that we were doing or related to him was just because you had either read the books or you're just a fan of the work.
I like the big ones, right? But other than that, really not big fans.
Okay.
And but Pet Cemetery 1 and 2 were around the same age. Is a big in our childhood, especially 1, right?
Absolutely.
And then number 2 with Edward Furlong and the greatest rock song ever in any horror movie during the chasing. Remember that song in number 2?
I do not. I've only seen that movie maybe once.
There was a song that was like, "I wanna die just like Jesus Christ," and I was like, "Yeah," you know. And of course, that Evil Dead is, in Starship Troopers, and he was in John Wick 4, all this. But anyway, we're reviewing this movie because this is a Paramount Plus exclusive, and it's Pet Cemetery, so it sparks my interest. This movie, the director has said, doesn't pay attention to number 1 or number 2 at all. It pays attention to the reboot, which I call BS on as well. So we're reviewing this because we are horror guys. That's why. And it's a Paramount Plus movie, and it's Pet Cemetery. Why not?
So, Pet Cemetery, Ludlow, the town in Maine that this is, it's Maine, right?
Right.
This is part of the Stephen King verse. So,
No.
what? No. Oh, you're saying that this is separate. This is going off Pet Cemetery 2. But,
This is going off of the remake,
oh, geez.
which
But,
is stupid.
yeah, excuse me then, because I'm still attached that this this evil in Ludlow is attached to it, which is also attached to Dark Tower.
Allegedly, right? We don't know that.
I think that a lot of people are connecting these dots
Right.
or
Stephen
connecting these
King's not.
doors, if you want to say. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it does seem like it's a kind of a far, but similar things can be done for Pixar too, right? Not to say that
All right.
one or two are the same, but where they're kind of related, but and you can piece them together, but at the same part, there's nothing to like that's confirming that these are in the
Right.
same.
Right.
Actually, I think didn't Dark Tower have the gunslinger go through a door and it was.
Right, different universes, different doors. It's BS. And Stephen King, when he wrote these, never had that put together. These are just people, you know.
Well, all right, another story in Maine that Stephen King
Yeah,
likes to.
another. Besides The Shining, which doesn't take place in Maine.
Yeah, correct.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Tell you right now.
Tell me.
I'm pissed. I want you to convince me that this is not a bag of kernels. I'm
I'm not gonna. I'm
very,
not gonna do
I'm
that.
very, very pissed off at this movie. Extremely. I mean, probably, and I always said, for me, being pissed off at a movie, the bar is Halloween Ends, right? Everybody who's a fan of Movie Guys podcast knows that's the bar for me, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, with
Yeah.
plenty of good reason there too.
This is tiptoeing there. And the reason why is because I went into this with no expectations. All I knew is that this was following a young Judd. I did not know that this movie was following that tragic story from the first movie about the Batemans. Like, do you remember that story from the first movie?
Yeah, this is started. I didn't have any expectations either, but this movie kind of reminds me of Exorcist: The Beginning.
Or Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning?
Anything, The Beginning, yeah.
Right. I mean, like, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Because you said you only saw the second one once, maybe, but the first movie, right? You have seen the first movie a bunch. It's classic, right?
Yeah, and that was a good appeal to that story, movie, or however you want to present it, is that mystery that there is a secret.
Right. And
And
Judd says that.
yes,
And what makes me mad is in the first movie, this is what pisses me off. In the very first Pet Cemetery movie, which is based off the book, Judd said that a World War II soldier came. Well, his dad, his body came back. He died in war. Dad buried him beyond the pet cemetery. Kid came back, zombified, terrorizes the town, like
yeah,
kills people, like murderous rampage, kills the town, eating people, and then Judd and his friends set the house on fire, and then the dad shoots the son and then shoots himself, so he dies with his son. That's the story. Tell that effing story. Where the heck? This is all B. This is okay. So you're gonna make it Vietnam, fine, but everything else is completely not even what Judd said. So that's why the director says, "Oh, well, this is following the remake." Oh, BS.
kind of cutting corners there. Well,
Yeah. Oh,
I,
this made me mad.
why is it just because you have the bias? Is that what it is? You're so diehard a fan of the first
Yeah.
that Summer of '69 in this movie just ain't cutting it for you?
So there are two things that I will always remember from Pet Cemetery, the first movie. The Rachel, right?
Of course.
Freaks everybody out. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, people. Number two is the Bateman story. Because the way that that actor that played that zombie kid, right, like that teenage kid, was creepy, and it was very scary sequence. So I press play on my Paramount Plus, and I know it's a young Judd. And all of a sudden they show what X Files, David Duchovny,
Yeah,
the hand,
that was a
the
surprise.
the hand model, right? And all of a sudden it says Bateman. And I was like, oh my God. Like I got excited, right? I was like, oh, they're gonna tell the Bateman story. Okay, Vietnam, that's fine, but we get to see terrorizing the town, people being murdered left and right. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Never happens in this movie.
Is it really, well, honestly, is it really that much of a bother? We get into this movie with the secret already being there. The secret is already kept by what, four of the people in this movie, four of the families that were have
Yeah,
been kind
so
of related in this.
four families that are still in this town. This is you can't make this up. The four families that are somehow related to the founding fathers of this town know that the soil is cursed. So we got to make sure that people don't bury their dead. And how we do that is beyond the pet cemetery, we're going to put a bunch of bushes,
Yes, the dead wall.
the dead wall, so you don't go over there. Can you go around the dead wall? Possibly. How far does the dead wall stretch? Not as far as Trump's wall. So what? I mean, it's like, why are they doing this? Just make this the first time.
Yeah, and obviously David Duchovny, Mr. Bateman, knows how to get around it.
Well, in the first movie, you go over it though. So it's
Over,
I mean,
under, whatever. He's got a hole in his basement that goes right to it, apparently, too.
which is ridiculous, dude. This movie pisses me off.
Yeah, there was a lot of they had me at some parts, but the other parts that they didn't have me on were quite a bit of a stretch, and it seemed to be a lot more as the movie progressed. The hospital scenes, I'd say the entirety of everything in the hospital is a good example of that, where I'm just supposed to kind of I don't know, again, suspend my belief for a lot of this just to kind of keep in with horror. How
What?
hold on, no,
Ask the
no,
ask the
no, I
question.
because we're I wanted to jump, but
Yeah.
we are met with a young Judd, right, and his Judson Crandall, and
And his yeah.
his girlfriend Norma, who are both ridiculously good-looking people to be in this town.
He was flat. He was dry as toast. She was too good for him.
I,
Showing belly. I mean, just she was hot. Straight out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre hot.
yeah, I would actually argue that kind of too hot for the role.
Right. I was like, whoa, okay. All right. Nice, Judd. Nice. Go ahead.
Yeah. In
I'm riled up tonight. I'm sorry.
no, but that casting is a big deal, and to have even David Duchovny is too good looking to kind of be in the role too. It's does take sometimes out the viewer out of the story when you have maybe a big name or someone who's very much like too attractive for the role because there's no relatability there. We've all been to a small
Sure.
town. We've all been to small farm towns or just a nice spread out kind of a quiet rural area.
Right.
You're not going to find a super hot model that's just sitting in the farmhouse there alone in Alabama or in Maine that's just nothing to
Going after
do.
Judd.
Again,
And by
I
the
don't think
way,
she had too many options.
so what else is okay? So what's BS is that Judd's father is a part of the family that is part of the founding fathers that knows that the land is bad and the dead. So
Played by Henry Thomas, by the way, too.
was that him from Hill House? I thought that was him. And
Yeah,
from
and
ET and all.
E.T. Yeah,
Yeah. So in this movie, Vietnam's going on. So he's paying people. They don't really say, but something about how the dad is paying somebody to make sure that Judd doesn't get drafted.
paying the doctor, a doctor,
Oh,
excuse
that's
me,
right, because he has like shin splints or something
bone
stupid, right?
spurs. Yeah,
Bone spurs. So Judd
whatever
wants to
excuse.
serve. He wants to serve. So his idea is take his hot blonde girlfriend and they're going to drive to Michigan
Woo.
to join the Peace Corps.
Yeah.
Issue right off the bat. I did not believe that this was a Vietnam era film. Nothing in this movie showed it was Vietnam besides Timmy wearing soldier clothing. Other than that, I don't know why doesn't feel like the 60s.
Yeah, and
I mean, there was
also
nothing.
to be in that part of the country, and have Judson driving like this awesome ass Pontiac was like a GTO or whatever he was driving.
It was gorgeous. That's
Yeah,
all I.
I was just like that. You're not driving that. You're driving a utility. You're driving a truck or a wagon in that part, and you're right. And it's more likely going to be a hand me down too.
Right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
There's no brand new parking lot or brand new car lot that's selling the best and the fastest that But we don't know that family story, I guess.
put me in the 60s. I want to see American flags. Even though that Vietnam was not a popular war, there is something that came out before this that really, really showed the 60s, Wonder Years, right? That's a
Sure.
great blueprint. I don't feel like that, right? So I'm out of sort. I'm out of a place. He has his friends, and he has his friend Timmy, and the Native American friend,
Manny.
Manny. These three boys grew up together, snuck beers in a treehouse. That's all we know of their friendship is that one time they snuck beers in a treehouse. Timmy gets drafted. Timmy gets killed. I'm assuming his throat is slit because there's like there's like a line going across his throat in some scenes. I don't know if that was clothing or what, but Timmy dies in the Vietnam War.
Yep.
They ship his body back. His dad, David Duchovny, hand model, can't bear it. So the movie opens with him burying his son in a beyond the pet cemetery.
Yep.
And then the son wakes up and kills the dog. So now the dog, we got to have a dog in these movies. So the dog is a zombie, and now Timmy is a zombie. And David Duchovny knows, right? He knows what he has done, but he can't bear the loss. A question that this would be great for Sarah. Where's the mother?
Where is the mother? Where's a
Does
lot
she
of the mothers in this actually?
Right. And what was the with the mom and the leg? We'll talk about that maybe if you remember it.
I do remember that. It that's I know exactly what you're talking about, and it just seems like kind of those things where you specifically made a decision to show it in the movie. There was a there's a scene where I feel it was on purpose to make that known, and it didn't seem like it was addressed again, or it was glossed over, or it was not really brought up as like a main point of any part of the story.
Oh, well, can I bring it up? So, in the middle of the movie, Judd is, we're going to go back and forth, but in the middle of the movie, Judd is starting to find out that if you bury the dead, they come back to life and they're zombies and they're bad people. And he finds that his dad's involved. So, he goes home to confront his parents about it. And his mom gets up and walks away. And the camera deliberately moves to the back of her while she's walking away, the mom. And the back of her leg looks like it was a bite. It looks like veins are coming up. So, the first thought that I had, I don't know if you
Like
had this thought,
scars.
like scars. I was like, oh my god, are they saying that Judge Dad, like Judge's dad's wife died during this time, and that he buried her, and somehow he's controlled her to be Mrs. Housewife? Is she a zombie technically, or what's this about? That's what my first thought was.
Right.
Nothing happens though.
The only thing that I can think of is Dan Crandall and Kathy Crandall, by the way, are part of the people who are holding on to this secret that they know in that attack on her leg, or excuse me, that scar on her leg was from the attack previously.
She got bit
Kind
or
of
something.
in the same part where Norma got attacked in her arm by that dog,
Okay.
by the
Okay.
Baderman's
Same
dog.
thing.
Yeah, that's my only dot that I can connect to.
Right. So let's talk about that part, right?
Let's talk about it.
So Judd and Norma are going to leave and join the Peace Corps. They don't know any of the zombie stuff is going on. And of course, just like Children of the Corn or any Stephen King kind of thing, for some reason they can't leave the town. They're driving and a crow breaks
Yeah.
their windshield. Was it a crow? And then they get out of the car, right? So picture this, people who haven't seen this movie. The couple is driving down the road talking. Crow or a giant bird hits windshield. They stop, get out of the car. No bird, but a zombie dog.
Yeah.
Did the zombie dog hit the car? Because I went back and rewound it. It was black, not brown. So I'm assuming a crow. So then Judd's like, hey, Norma, this is Timmy's dog. We should walk him back to the house. The dog's completely fine. The dog's leading the pack, if you will, walking back to the house. And this is where we see zombie Timmy. I guess zombie Timmy. He looks completely normal, just a little palish.
Yeah, no, this is definitely Zombie Timmy.
And then the dog out of nowhere just rips apart Norma's arm
Yeah.
for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, and
Where he
she
could have had the chance.
passes out or like faints or something.
Wouldn't you? That looked vicious.
I hate to say it, like I have been bitten by a dog in the arm before, and I've been bitten by a dog in the leg before as well too. Uh, and I've had injuries and accidents, and when it comes to like a limb, no matter I understand how it can be very horrible, but it's yours. It would take a lot for me to pass out. You're conscious. There's not any vitals in there, unless she was fighting back and it got like an artery or something. But I don't know. Usually, I would think maybe I'm just nitpicking on this. If you get it ripped in the arm or like a forearm, by the way, too, not even a bicep, that you're not just going to be and have to be carried off. And it's like no, I'm still able to walk. Give me uh, go ahead and field my wound there, and with a tourniquet or whatever the hell. But I'm able to still in my own strength be able to kind of walk around and probably yell, be like, be very angry at Timmy and the dog. I mean, what the hell?
Well, but see, this is what pisses me off, because in the original Judd story, in the first movie, he says that Timmy came back. Well, Timmy came back dead. And the whole town had a funeral because they knew that the dad was just a wreck. So it's like, that's not happening in this movie. This movie is the dad lies to everybody straight up and says, oh, he's back. Just an honorable discharge, Purple Heart or something.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of strikes in this movie
I
that
don't
I
like
think
this.
that I don't like. Yeah. I don't like that half the town obviously knows. The town obviously has a secret, and it knows, and it's been keeping the peace for a long time. And I find it very strange that throughout all of this, how the main characters find out is not through their parents or not through any sort of townsfolk legend or anything else. They go to a church and they find the drunk priest, and he gives them what, a diary book that he found in the piano organ.
About the original founders of the town, which we went back and I was like, oh my God, why are we doing a flashback?
It just seems like a weird thing.
Yeah, it was
Not
not.
in the library, not in like the town records, or I don't know, in like a treasure map, like a anything. It's in the church's piano, and a drunk pastor with his two lines says that, and that's where they find everything. It's You were
Nonsense.
so close to the dad having to Dan to having to just concede like that he can't keep this secret anymore, and that he should be telling his son and his son's friend or friends, and say, all right, because they had a meeting about it. They said, with here's another surprise, Pam Grier, yeah, who
Is that who that
that
was?
was Pam Grier.
Okay, so I'm pissed about this one, right? So it's like she's allegedly dead in this movie, but then also movie guy's logic, no body, no death. Do you know who this character is? We've seen her before.
Who? She's Jackie Brown.
Yeah, but
Marjorie Washburn.
she do you remember in the very, very first Pet Cemetery movie there was an old white lady that was that's
Yeah,
her. That's
yeah.
her.
I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
But that's who she is. And I'm like, oh, why are you doing that? Doesn't make any okay, so
And she obviously knows because her dad may or may not have done the same thing, and he had to kill himself as well too, right?
the dad something about the mom too, because okay, so what Pam Grier is, wow, her career after Tarantino's took a shit. That's our that's her that's her swear for the episode. Like, whew. She is okay, so Pam
By the way,
Grier,
I'm looking up. She is working. She's been doing
oh,
a lot.
she's making crap. Um,
Oh my
but
God, she did a movie called Bad Grandmas.
we move on.
Go
Let's
ahead,
move on.
please
Let's
go
move
ahead.
on. But she is a mail carrier, and her dad used to be the mail carrier, and it's alleged that the wife died, and he brought his wife back, and all this stuff. I don't understand something too. If the town knows, like all the elders in the town knows this happened, a la the village style. I kept on thinking about that.
It's a good comparison.
Why not have somebody monitor 24/7 that burial ground? Like, I mean, like, or just, I mean, like, how do people know, right? Because let's say you're an elder, right? And you have grandkids. If nobody says anything, how's the grandkids going to know bury your dead beyond Pet Cemetery? How's anybody going to know?
Yeah, it does seem like they never really addressed the area, so I'm wondering if don't bring it up to give them the curiosity, or yeah, maybe there was a warning that says like don't, no trespassing. That's the other. Yeah, I wonder if like an actual sign would have been better than an actual dead wall. Private property.
Here's a better story. Tell Judd's story from the first movie, but make this be the first time this has ever happened. The dad is so grief stricken that he can't bury his child in the public cemetery. He has to take him somewhere private. And oopsie doopsies, it so happens to be this ancient Indian burial ground, and all hell has broken loose. And then when the first movie happens, Judd's like, this happened once before. Don't want to go down that route.
Oh, your Fred Gwynn is amazing, by the way. I
Thank you.
agree with you 100%, Jordan. Like, let's say David Duchovny's Timmy gets brought back, and the town does have a funeral, and the grief-stricken father stays in that church, and that's how he finds this book diary. If you want to keep that book diary thing in the church,
Sure,
that's fine.
sure.
But or have him, through his I don't know, grief, try to find it. I don't in any old way, in a box in
Right.
his house. I don't know, anything. And then that's where he gets that idea, like, oh, maybe I can give this a try. And he goes to the pet cemetery. He sees some warnings. He gets some sort of suspenseful kind of freaking encounter there with the birds or a Native American spirit, whatever it may be, and have that be the start. But to go into this movie with the secret already kept seems, yeah, a little far fetched.
Yeah, it seems completely far fetched. So Timmy is on a rampage. I'm sorry, not Timmy. So Pam Grier, she gets attacked by the dog. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. It's
I start getting pissed, and I'm like, okay, this movie's a small. It was leaning towards a medium, right? It
yeah,
was until Pam Greer's on the phone saying we need to have a meeting, and some random the mayor. I don't know who this guy is. He's like, we're gonna have a meeting at a Denny's down the street, if you will. Uh, right?
it
You
was
have a
with
meeting.
Pam Grier, the sheriff. Yeah, that one
The
guy.
mayor guy, and
And
then ET,
yeah, yes, yes,
right? And they literally meet at a Denny's, right? I mean, they meet at some public diner. But first of all,
it is the mayor. Yes.
so I'm watching this movie and I'm like, oh, this is about Timmy. I'm excited. Okay, I haven't seen the story. Let's see what they're going to do. Small, teetering medium a little bit at this point. But where I completely flip on the movie and go, this is a bag of kernels, is Pam Greer's talking on the phone. We got to have a meeting. They're like, we'll have a meeting at the Denny's. See you there. And all of a sudden we get a POV shot of the dog attacking her, and then it cuts.
Yeah.
It just cuts, right? And it goes to them sitting in the Denny's, and then she shows up completely mauled on her face. And
Yep.
they're like, what happened? She's like, the Bateman's dog, I killed it. Like, okay, cock your shotgun at that point. Like, what? There are so many bad cuts in this movie. After the hospital scene pisses me off. The ending pisses me off. Like, it
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah. I agree completely because and I may have the hospital scene. There's a few of them. So Manny's sister Donna is also involved in this, right? And
Right.
she's an artist and she was trying to leave town too, but because they're Native American, they have dreams, and of course that and they can hear the whispers and the voices of the spirits.
Mm-hmm.
They're also hippies, and they have little powwows in their backyard, I guess.
They
We
gotta
don't
have
know
masks.
anything. We don't know about anything more than that. Those characters are just there to wear a mask and tilt their head kind of in that weird manner. I hate when movies do that.
They do that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but they do these masks in the remake. Remember?
No, and they explain why they have the masks. I am talking
Oh,
about
they do.
yeah, yeah. I'm talking about the behavior of the people who wear the masks. Same with
Okay.
the strangers. You know, this
Yeah.
freaky thing where scary movies do this, where there's a person that's just standing still outside with the mask on, and when you stare at them, they do that head tilt,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
45-degree kind of head tilt, and it's just like, all right, well, that's a punch in the face for me. The reason why they explained it a bit more was the Native Americans or the natives in that area had the pet cemetery because the animal spirits were there to ward off the evil spirits. And wearing the masks would help to fuel that, would help to scare off those evil spirits.
That's terrible.
Yeah, there's the other part of like the Native American kind of
That's terrible.
excuse.
Oh God, that's terrible. Yeah, they did say that, didn't they? Yeah, because they're talking. Because that's one thing about the Pet Cemetery book and the movies that I never understood. Why call it Pet Cemetery? Because none of this happens in the Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, so because the spiral is in the pet cemetery, right? And
Oh God.
which
All right.
those are
Well,
everywhere.
right. Okay. So they might as well call this one Spiral. Instead of Bloodline. Terrible, terrible tag title. Subtitle. I hate it. Anyway, okay, so now Timmy's on his rage, right? I'm excited at this point. So the
Wait,
dog
who the
tag.
hell let Timmy out of the house? Like,
Right. I don't understand. It's like, okay, Timmy's supposed to rage. That's what Judd said. Judd said that he rages, he terrorizes the town. The town is terrorized, a la Carrie after prom night when she burns half the town on fire. Like, I'm looking for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, give me it, because
No,
I'm
you're
phoning
right.
it. I want it.
Donna
I'm
does more terrorizing to the city than Timmy does.
right, which makes me so mad. Okay, so,
I have a
he,
question here. Why
yeah,
why would Timmy kill Donna just to bury her? And like why if that's the thing
right.
is Donna doing the same thing? Is she trying to kill to bury more? Why would Timmy kill to eat but then not eat Donna? I don't understand that logic.
Also, too, the logic doesn't make sense because not at all in the Pet Cemetery movies do the zombies come back and eat you. They just kill you.
And here's another big question, and this is the one that really baffled me. And listen, I may have missed this completely. I I wasn't dozing or anything, but so Norma gets attacked by the dog.
Hmm.
She then goes to the hospital where she's sleeping and recovering from her trauma. I get that. Again, why?
It's 69.
Yeah, sure. Uh, Donna then is later on is killed by Timmy. That's kind of sad. I like Donna actually,
Yeah,
but
I liked her too.
she gets killed. She gets brought back, and she's now evil as well too. And the first place she goes to is the hospital, and she attacks Norma. Now, she already killed the main doctor. Where apparently in this hospital it's only that nurse and that doctor, no one else.
This hospital was huge. And it wasn't like, imagine One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest hospital, people. Like, this is like spiral staircases. This is like old school stuff.
Also, these patients there's only like one room with all the
Right.
beds. It's not like a patients don't. There's so many rooms in that building. I don't hospitals like wouldn't it make more sense? Just in a um, like for sanitation just to kind of have maybe four people in one room, you have four patients in one room, or have some sort of separation there. But no, they have one room. Like, all right, we'll just keep all 20 of our beds in this one room here, and then I don't know. Then we'll have a library down here, a little chapel over in this other room, and these other rooms could be I don't know. We'll just lock them. We'll
It
just
kind of reminded me of like some kind of like a city hall building, if you will.
yeah. It was
That's
like
where it kind of reminded me of.
its first intent was not to be a hospital. It looked like yeah, like an overflow for for like the war.
Right. Well, I mean, okay, so I'm going to give the movie this,
Oh,
and
go
I'm
ahead,
stretching. Maybe the reason why she went after Nora was because
Norma.
Timmy is Norma is because Timmy wants to kill his friends. I don't know. Because I mean, like, if I came back as a zombie, I guess you'd be my first guy to go after. I don't know.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know. Timmy it wants to go after his friends, Manny and Judd. So
Yeah, we
he's
saw that with the picture and the cigarette burns out the face. Yeah,
right. So he sends. Sorry, what was her name? Manny's sister,
Donna,
Donna. He sends Donna. Hey, Donna, you're now a zombie. Go get, uh, go get
Norma.
Norma. Go get Norma there and put her in mud. We'll talk about that later.
So yeah, that's what was bothering me. Is just like so Donna kills the doctor and then attacks Norma and kind of knocks her out with a crutch
Right.
and it was just like, all right, well, you had her right there, but is that what are you like? What are you doing? What's the purpose then, Donna? Are you just going to incapacitate, like knock her out so that you can kill her? Because that's the thing is that like you have to kill her first
Right.
and then bury her, and then she comes back. But you keep her alive. How
Yeah.
does how does Norma survive that? And then the next scene we see after she gets choked out of the hospital, the next time we see her is that she's in the mud.
Well, see, I thought she died, but of course, movie guys' logic: no body, no death. So
I
yeah,
thought she
because she
died
has her.
too.
Yeah, I mean, like, what she does is that Donna has Norma up, kind of pushed up with a crutch going against her neck, and she, like, has her eyes roll back, and that's it. And then cut. 20 minutes later, she comes back.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's it. Okay, so throughout this whole movie, um, Timmy's dad knows what's going on. Timmy's dad is deliberately feeding his son like rats and stuff. And the scene that we're supposed to understand that makes Timmy's dad go, "Oh, this is bad." Timmy's dad comes downstairs and he sees his son on all fours eating some wild animal in a fridge, just gutting it, just eating it.
Yeah.
And he's just, and then he has this scene of him like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done what I've done."
Yeah.
Like, that's it? Like, that's it? Okay.
I don't.
Like,
Yeah, no, I'm with you because really in that meeting that the four towns, the secret keepers,
the
ha-
Four Horsemen.
yeah, had if that was apparent already that like it started. Pam Grier's face is already messed up, and it's starting already. Get the pitchforks, get the torches, get the guns, and go. Don't make it oh, we'll do this tomorrow. No, it's going to happen tonight because you know what happens. Get it going.
Where's the town?
Yeah.
Again, Judd said the town was terrorized. I keep on saying that's a drinking game for us tonight in this episode. Where's the town? Meaning, where are the people?
Yeah. There's
Where's the Friday night lights where people come from a ball game? And I just, where is this? It doesn't exist. It's terrible.
yeah.
Um,
No police anywhere.
no police. Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't the chief? No, that's later. So the group gets together. Judd knows what's going on now, right? Judd knows what's going on, and him and Manny, his dad, the chief of police, all go to Timmy's house, and there's David Duchovny, and then all of a sudden Timmy's dad's like, "Yeah, we got to kill him. Let's go." Like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay. Give this movie some more things. He is grief stricken about his son. He knows his son is evil, but he's going to play along with the good guys so he can turn on them to not kill his son. Right? That's where the movie's going. It didn't go like that. He literally believes in that. My son is evil. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you know what I
also
mean?
let's split up.
Let's split up. You go to the barn. You go to the other barn. So let's talk about the mayor. In a scene that's supposed to make your blood boil, like curl, like, oh my god, scary, right?
Yeah.
Where the mayor goes, the mayor. Every time I say the mayor, I think of Action League Now as the villain. Remember that?
Wow. Good pull.
Oh my god! So the mayor goes to this horse barn, and we're supposed to be scared because he kneels down to see if there's anybody in this stall. Nobody in that one. Goes to the next stall. Nobody in that one. Goes to the next stall. Oh, got him. No body, no death. We don't know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Pam Grier in another horse stall. Where does she? Did I pee at this moment? Did she die? Was there a body? What happened?
Yeah, no, you're right. Again, I feel like there's a lot of things that were left on the editing on the cutting room floor there that are deleted scenes that really needed to be in this movie.
Because at this point where they split up and they go to the battle, right, to kill Timmy, the movie is cut the hell up.
Yeah.
I mean, do we see her being attacked? We do, right?
Yeah.
Well, what happens?
I don't know.
So then after that, they go inside the house, and then they go upstairs. We're going back and forth, and then finally Donna shows up with a scalpel, which I'm assuming the director was like, "Hey, there was a little kid with a scalpel in the first movie. We should do that in this one, right?"
Yeah, sure.
That's probably the logic in that. And she's slicing her brother Manny. He's like, "Don't shoot her! Why she's cutting me? Don't shoot her!" It's like, really? Like,
yeah,
don't shoot her. She's slicing me open. Don't do it.
So yeah, while that is being the question, then Dan Crandall, the dad, comes in and just shoots her with a shotgun.
In the eye, right?
He does
No.
not. He shoots her in like the chest, which obviously blows her back. And then he does that classic movie thing where he's just like, "All right," and kind of, he takes center stage for some reason, like walks in between them and then turns his back to her, and to talk to the sons. And be like, all right, sons, I'm going to stand like this and tell you what's going to happen next because certainly nothing will happen to me, even though, of course, I know the secrets to this whole thing happening here. And I should also know to shoot them in the eye, even though that I didn't. Boom! And he gets killed. He gets stabbed with a shotgun.
Okay, so two issues with this. Number one,
Only
and
two?
not yeah, in this scene, not at all. I even looked it up because I was like, is there something with the eye? Not in anything ever, Pet Cemetery ever, including the remake, was there about shooting them in the eye. You shoot them in the chest, they're dead.
Yeah,
Like there's no the eye makes no
no
damn
sense.
sense. Number two, you are a young 18-year-old Judd, and you just saw your father get stabbed through by a shotgun, and not one classic movie trope of the sound going off and the screaming, but you can't hear the screaming. Oh my God, my dad's dead, cradling him scene.
Yeah, just gasp. Huh?
He just went, ah, and then moved on.
Yep.
Like, are you kidding me? Let's go back real quick before we get into the big stuff at the end, where we do go to back in the day where the settlers and blah, 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 blah. The reason why I bring it up is because that whole sequence of us going back in time to when the settlers first discovered this
Yep.
was cringy. It was bad. And I wish they would have cut that whole thing out because all they did was they went to the ancient aerial burial ground. They saw a random Native American banging on a drum, very slow, for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
And then one of the founders is gutting, eating another dude, and then he allegedly eats all the other settlers. The settlers kill him. We don't know.
Yeah.
Cut
Something.
all that. Cut all that. Go back now to modern day, if you will, and now this movie has turned into the Friday the 13th remake because now there's underground tunnels everywhere.
Holy cow, man. And like I can understand maybe if it was like a Shawshank tunnel going from the storm cellar to outside somewhere. But no, these things are
It's a maze.
yeah. It's a whole lot. It's a spiral down there.
Right. Who made those tunnels? Were those tunnels always there? Did David Duchovny make those tunnels? Did him and his son make those tunnels?
I think he made a comment
Rambo
that
Last
Timmy was
Blood?
making them or something like that, but it's just like, dude, that's a lifetime. That's a lot of tunnel. That's a lot.
There's no way he can make that. I mean, like, it makes no sense to have these tunnels. You and I can sit here and psychoanalyze. Well, maybe him and his friends do this. It's stupid. But we go into these tunnels, man. So we got Manning left, we got Judd left, and we got Timmy's dad left. Another scene that just cuts out of nowhere is that somehow these zombies, which in not a single one of the Pet Cemetery movies describe them as superhuman, right? They just came back evil and they're murderous.
Yeah.
That's all they are. Somehow Timmy's spider walking on stuff. He's moving super fast like a vampire, if you will, just like phew, phew, right? And Timmy's dad sees him. He aims the gun. The camera cuts to another shot. We hear the gun go off. We come back, and Timmy's eating his dad. A, that's not the story that Judd told. B, what? Did David Duchovny shoot Timmy? And then Timmy came after him? Did David Duchovny shoot himself in the head? I paused the scene because was there a bullet hole? Did he kill himself?
Anything. Please.
No, nothing. Nothing, right? Then they get out of the caves for some reason. Judd and Manning left. And then they have the big fight, right? But before they have the big fight, Manny somehow is on a tripwire that Timmy set. He's laying on a tripwire.
Yeah, that's right.
And Judd's like, don't move. It's a tripwire. How do you know this, Judd? You're not military. How do you know it's a tripwire? You're just a country boy. Is that how you hunt deer? How do you know? Doesn't matter. Why this is going on, somewhere, somehow, have no idea why Norma is tied in an underground lair.
Something, I don't know. She might as well. She might as well just been on some train tracks.
With Timmy twirling his mustache.
Help! Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. See, where was she? Was she? I mean, like somehow mud is coming into her cave. These cuts make no sense, Eric.
They don't. And that's the other thing too is that these underground tunnels that they're in, like, do they feed into
Do they feed into what?
the swamp, into the Badlands, into the evil area forest? So you're telling me that the Baderman, like his backyard is the pet cemetery?
I don't know. Is Bateman a part of the founding fathers too? I don't know.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't
So it's
know.
like, but again, fans, listen to this again. People that are listening to the show. Imagine a movie where you get a fight sequence and the damsel in distress in an undisclosed location because the camera is tight. It has mud being poured on her. We don't know how she has. How does she have mud being poured on her? I don't. It's not raining.
Yeah, I must have missed that. I don't know.
So then,
It's a swamp.
The swamp. So then Timmy and Judd get into their fight, their scuffle, right? And at this point, I'm done, right? This is not at all what Judd's story was in the first movie. I'm pissed. I'm really pissed.
Sure.
And Timmy gets shot in the eye by a flare gun from Manning.
Yeah, good shot, Manny.
Right. That's not how flare guns work, but we'll go with it. And Timmy's dead. Timmy's dead. And out of nowhere, a sexy, blonde, modified Norma shows up and gives Judd a hug.
Yep.
How did she? She was tied. She was ball gagged and tied.
Yeah, like I said, like this movie left a lot out.
Eric, we've reviewed so much. Come on. I know you're tired, but shit, man.
No,
Like,
I
where is she? How does she escape? Is she just no? Where is she? That this movie's cut to shit, dude.
yeah, exactly. I don't know why they needed Norma in here at all. Actually,
No,
well, I get like 2 reasons why, but you know what I mean.
I just, it made me so mad, and I did rewind it 3 times total. I was like, okay, what did I miss? Nope, she's one scene she's in a mud pit, the next scene she's out. Don't know the distance of the mud pit, doesn't matter. So Judd and Norma and Manning somehow have an off-screen conversation. Manning drives away, flipping the bird, and the most stereotypical 1960s flower Volkswagen Beetle flipping off the bird.
He's taking Donna's art to New York. And he's finally getting out of here. Yeah.
Finally getting out of here. And then Judd and then Norma drive back to Judd's house, and he says to her, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And she goes, "You always wanted to serve." And they walk to the front porch, go into his childhood home. Mom kind of nods approval. The next scene is Judd, who has never smoked before in this movie, sits on the porch in a rocking chair, smoking cigarettes, looking out the distance.
Yep, taking the role of his father.
So one other reason why this is BS is because in the original movie, across the street from the main characters is Judd's house.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
There's no house across this street. There is cornfields across the street.
Well, maybe they build the house later on.
No. Oh, of course.
Built the house in the 80s, right? Because it was Pet Cemetery's what, 89?
Do you love the metaphors of the subtleness of the three semis going down the road very
I
fast?
think it was overdone, man. Like one semi I can get, oh hey, there it is. But they did it. You say like 3 times. They did it like in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end of this.
Right, that was the last shot of the semi going boom. I
Jeez,
just
man, I should have ended with a shot of a dead horse.
so Eric, you're probably gonna give this no bag. I hope you give it a bag of kernels, but I'll go first. This is a bag of kernels. My second one this year. Like this is bad. My first one was Fast X. This is terrible. If you are a Pet Cemetery fan like I am, and what I mean by that is that if you like the first one, if you love the first one, and then the second one is just like a nostalgia grab, okay, you like that's fine. This will piss you off. This is not the story that Judd has told us. Eric, you and I and Ed reviewed the remake, and we didn't have good things to say about it. So why make a prequel off of the movie that was not popular? I don't know. But this movie is terrible. It's not worth a watch at all. We did it for you. Please do not watch this. This is a bag of kernels. This is dog crap. Eric, what is your popcorn rating for Pet Cemetery Bloodline?
I give it a no bag for sure. There were listen. It's in there. The story is in there, and I don't know if we just didn't. If there's a director's cut in this, there's a lot missing in this
A
movie,
lot.
a lot of it, and it's just the substance. Because I mean, the characters are there; they all serve their purpose. The story is somewhat there, and I understand they're trying to build the history of it, but just the behavior of everyone else just doesn't make sense. Why the delay of everything? Why keep the secrets? If the entire town knows this damn secret, then why? How did this? Why do none of the kids, or like the spawn of the people who are holding this, like rumors in a small town should travel. Manny
Mm.
even had said it. He goes, oh, this is a small town. You think I wouldn't know when somebody crosses the street when he hears about Timmy coming back? It's like, okay, so you can hear about that, but you don't know about the ancient Indian burial ground that's been in your goddamn city for hundreds of years. Like I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. A
Mm.
lot of this doesn't make any sense, including like from just going back to what you said, the crow hitting the car and then having them just be like, oh, all right, well, let's just, first off, if a crow hits the car like that with the windshield, I don't know. I mean, you probably wouldn't slam on the brakes. Probably would keep on going.
You'll be
But
like, oh God.
yeah, exactly. Like, oh man, that sucks. But there's just so many things in this movie that really one either didn't make sense or just two just didn't need to be there. Uh, and I just don't understand, like, because there were so many. It felt like the answer was almost like right there in front of you. As we're watching this, you could think like, oh well, why wouldn't they explain it this way? Why wouldn't the dad, Crandall, Dan Crandall, or Kathy Crandall, uh, why wouldn't they maybe come clean when they knew shit was getting wild here? But instead, they waited till the very last minute until the mob was formed, until the hunt was on, for them to say, "All right, this is what's going on." But they didn't even explain that. They already.
You're,
It really bothered me. Where were the dad and the mom for the Rivers kids, for Manny and Donna?
where was a lot of it? I mean, like,
Who are those people?
boss.
Who are those hippies jumping the circle there? I don't understand.
It was like it was like Charles Manson commune. Also, Judd didn't get his dad's diary.
Oh yeah,
Throughout this movie, Judd's dad had a diary,
there's only one damn sheriff in this town too. By the way, I
and Judge's dad was like, "I want you to get out of this town, son. Like, you didn't try hard enough. Go south. I don't know. You know?
anything. Yeah, there's just so
I
much a
just
part of this. So the other parts that I think that they really they missed on is because the zombies that come back with knowledge. They know the deep dark secrets. They know kind of what makes you fear. They know things. And we got a few of those hints, like Timmy quoting Pam Grier's dead father's suicide note. Great element. That's great.
Right.
But you did 2 seconds of that and then you moved on to the next thing. And
Mhm.
Donna should have coming and talking about Norma and kind of calling her out on that. Okay, keep going with that. You guys have an element there of horror that you've just completely shoved to the side
Mhm.
for no other reason than to try to get a gag kill or two in there. It's dumb. It's really dumb. And the tropes of this movie don't save itself. The way the blonde in the white shirt goes, ah, and then runs up the stairs while the
Right.
killer is dragging the knife up the banister. It's just like, come on, guys. And she's walking too. That's the other thing too. You know how the killer teleports, a la Mike
Did
Myers.
did they say something in this movie, or did I make this up? Where they said that she was infected with a different kind of evil?
Well, it
You know
sure.
what they said
It,
something like pissed me off, but maybe
Not
I'm
gonna
wrong.
help it in this movie, but yeah, I would not recommend this movie. If you're a fan of the series of the franchise, you might get something out of it. But even then, like
No.
the origin story of it, you could have done that way better. There's so many things that I felt like I don't know that someone just read the script, read the first draft, and said, "Yeah, this will work," and
Well, why make
they
a
didn't
movie?
make any improvements on it. No red ink or anywhere. And I don't know how like David Duchovny said yes to this.
It was a paycheck. I mean, what's he doing nowadays? I mean, because again, you and I and Ed reviewed the remake, and that was not well received. We didn't give a good reviews either. I was pissed because I'm a fanboy of the first two. I'll straight up admit that.
Yeah,
And not knowing that this was a Timothy story, and discovering within the first few minutes that it is a Timothy story. Oh my God, I'm excited as a fanboy for that.
what the hell was this priest's role in this movie?
Nothing. Stephen King should sue. I mean, Jesus Christ,
It
this is terrible.
so a lot of pointless characters, a lot of pointless direction. For a horror movie to work, I understand that the elements of the camera work and the lighting. By the way, there were a lot of dark moments in this movie too, where
Oh
I couldn't
yeah,
see it.
not
Uh,
theme, lighting
yeah,
wise,
like
people.
lighting wise, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
I understand that like you need to have that to build the tension, and that's great. But if you don't have a story, that it just sucks, man. And flat out, that's just what happened here. They just missed the mark on the story. They told half a story. It's almost like like my drunk cousin heard a scary story once upon a time and tried to retell it 10 years from
Hmm.
memory. And
Yeah.
that's what this movie was.
Yeah. Because I mean, you know as well as I do. I mean, like just the cuts just made no sense.
It,
It would cut from one scene to another scene that did not flow, that didn't make any sense. And
yeah.
Judd was terrible. I liked Manning more than Judd. Judd's supposed to be our guy, right?
Oh, I
Like
agree with you 100%.
Judd is supposed to be the guy, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, if you will. Like he's supposed to be, oh, this is Judd. Oh, this is cool,
Well, that's
right?
just it, right? Those two main
Did nothing.
characters, his arms and her boobs, were the thing they were carrying this movie.
Yeah, I just and yeah. I mean, what else is to be said, right? This movie's bad, and one of these days I will get you a bag of kernels. I was thinking this was it. I thought of you halfway through. I was like, is he gonna get us a bag of kernels?
I don't know what, again, I mean, I know bag is bad enough, right?
But bag of kernels is worse.
Huh,
Are you?
maybe this
Do,
might be it then, because I really can't find any redeeming quality in this movie.
do you think this is worse than Halloween Ends?
No, because that part at the end of Halloween Ends where they make the procession, the line to where the town is like saying goodbye to Michael Myers. It's like that's dumb, man. Like
Yeah, but at
that.
least the town was involved. Damn it!
Yeah,
This
for
movie
the
should have the
wrong
town involved.
reason. You're very right. But it's in that part. It's just like that was a completely different movie in Halloween Ends. That was so far left to how right that movie was. It did a U-turn. It completely shifted and just turned it into like a whole goodbye piece. Just like, what the hell is this? If you're gonna do it at the end of the movie or something like that, I mean at the after credits, if you're gonna make some sort of like a thank you to the Halloween saga, that's what it is. But like that completely just killed anything that movie built up. This movie is just bad. It's not trying to kill the mood or anything. It's just a bad movie. That's all that is. But something like that, I think, was some horror super fans trying to pay a respect to something that didn't need it.
And then this movie was made by somebody who didn't even give a crap about horror.
Yeah.
She has done, I mean, she's.
Lindsay Anderson Beer is a writer director on this, huh?
I mean, look at her cred. Yeah, it's bad. I
Um,
looked at it before. I looked at it and I was like, oof.
Well, this is her only director spot here, but she's been
And
producer for
it's going to be her only director spot. Any studio sees this will go, you don't know how to cut a film. Like this is terrible. So
yeah. I
yeah,
don't I would like to see the storyboard on this to see what the original
yeah.
cut was.
I'm extremely upset. Eric's upset. He's not giving it a no bag yet, everybody.
This
I'm
is a
sorry.
no
He's
bag.
giving it a no bag. He's not giving a bag of kernels. He's not as vicious as I am with the bag of kernels. But if I give a movie a bag of kernels, people, don't even waste your time. Not even a trailer. Like it's just don't see this. So maybe next week we'll have some fun because next week what we have on the schedule, the movie knows that it's crap. So maybe next week we'll have some fun. But until then, thank you so much for joining me, Eric. And thank you, everybody, for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can check us out wherever you get your podcast from. You can also see us on Instagram at Movie Guys Pod. And we'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night. I was that white guy that didn't feel comfortable, so he put his wallet in his front pocket. True story. You know, it's just not my bag, baby.
No, I get it completely. I would think that Motor City and MGM are a little bit more popular for their venue than their casino.
Yeah, so I think we should probably have gone to Greektown, probably.
Greektown is all casino. Greektown is, and it looks really cool too, just because it used to be the old Trapper's Alley. It looks really cool the way that it's
There's a
it's
hotel
up there.
too, right?
I think there's one, or it's called. Oh, they changed it too many different times now. It's called like the Jack or like something like that. But yeah, all the casinos have some sort of rooms that you can do there. Greektown though, again, a lot of those casinos, it's it's the degenerates are there, the alcoholics, the people who are addicted to gambling, who are card counters, who are playing blackjack at 3:30 in the morning. And yeah, there's no clock, there's no windows in any of those buildings. You can smoke in those buildings, right?
No, I didn't see anybody smoking. I saw people vaping.
Oh,
But
geez.
there were signs that says no smoking throughout.
Oh, there might be designated areas then, or maybe
Yeah.
it's just Greektown,
Maybe
or
it's
maybe
just
it's just the drunk people who don't give a shit.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah.
Sir, you're not allowed to light that up here.
What are you? You know, it was an interesting experience. I am glad that I did it. It was out of my comfort zone completely. Um, the whole trip was out of my comfort zone. But hey, you know what? We did it, and that's okay.